The moment you stop needing the job, companies suddenly want you more. Welcome to the Hire Arabia podcast. Today we're talking about one of the most misunderstood dynamics in hiring, why availability changes perceived value. Let me start with a question. Have you ever noticed that companies suddenly become more interested in you right after you accepted another offer? Or maybe while you were actively looking for a job, you struggled to get responses. But the moment you became unavailable, recruiters started reaching out. This happens all the time, and it's not random. Because hiring is not purely rational. It is heavily influenced by perception. And one of the strongest perception signals is availability. Now, logically, this doesn't make much sense. If someone is available immediately, shouldn't that make hiring easier? Shouldn't companies see that as a positive? In theory, yes, but in reality, human psychology works differently. Because scarcity changes perception, and the harder something is to access, the more valuable it appears. We see this everywhere, in business, in branding, in luxury markets, in leadership, and also in hiring. It is a universal psychological driver. The moment a candidate appears highly available, something subtle happens. The market starts asking questions. Why are they available? Why are they actively searching? Why don't they already have multiple options? Now, this may sound unfair, and honestly, sometimes it is, because availability does not automatically mean lower quality. But perception often matters more than logic, and that's the uncomfortable reality we must navigate. Let's go deeper into why this happens. The first reason is social validation. Companies feel safer when other companies want you. Because demand creates reassurance. If multiple organizations are interested, the profile feels validated. The risk is shared. The thinking becomes, if others want this person, there must be value. And suddenly the company's confidence increases. But when a candidate appears too available, there is no external validation signal, and subconscious uncertainty begins to grow. Now, this doesn't mean companies consciously think this way. Most of this happens deep in the subconscious, influencing behavior. The second reason is perceived scarcity. Scarcity changes value perception. A passive candidate feels exclusive. An active candidate feels accessible. And exclusivity creates attraction, especially in competitive markets like the Middle East. Because in highly competitive hiring environments, companies are not just evaluating capability, they are evaluating status. And status is strongly connected to demand. Sometimes candidates unintentionally damage their own positioning by appearing too available. For example, instantly responding at all times, over-explaining interest, or reducing expectations too quickly. And again, this has nothing to do with actual capability, but it changes how your value is interpreted by the market. Now, let's be very clear. This is not about pretending. It's not about playing games. It's about professional composure. It's about understanding market psychology, because the market is not only reacting to your skills, it is reacting to signals. Strong candidates understand this intuitively. That's why many high-level professionals are selective. They don't chase every opportunity. They don't over-communicate. They don't position themselves from desperation. And because of that, their value perception increases. Now let's look at the company side. Why do organizations behave this way? Because hiring always involves uncertainty, and uncertainty creates risk. So companies search for reassurance. External demand becomes that reassurance. A candidate with multiple options feels safer. Ironically, even if the actual capability is exactly the same as others. This is where the hiring market becomes highly psychological. Companies are reacting to how the market reacts to you. Availability also changes negotiation power. The more dependent you appear, the weaker your leverage becomes. And the more optionality you appear to have, the stronger your leverage becomes. Perception drives your professional value. Especially in uncertain markets, when pressure increases, people often become more reactive, more available, and more eager. But the strongest candidates communicate something subtle. I'm interested, but I also have options. That changes the entire dynamic. Because careers are not built on skill alone, they are built on skill plus positioning. Understanding both is how you move faster. So next time you wonder why companies chase you after you stop chasing them, remember, availability changes perception, and perception changes value. Stay strategic. If you're navigating your next career move, make sure to subscribe for more insights on how hiring and leadership really work in the Middle East. And let me know in the comments. Have you ever noticed opportunities appearing once you stop chasing them?